Hello, hello, hello. We are live for another evening of drawing. I will admit, I was very tempted to actually go live on Saturday because I wanted to play Hades. So there's that. But I needed an evening for myself. I think that's probably the best thing I could have done. Just take an evening for myself. You got to take your breaks. You got to take your days off. Always. I think it's important. Even if I'm really tempted to just like stream and play Hades, I think it's probably not for the best. So that's why I didn't. I haven't played any more of Hades yet, but I'm keen to play more of Hades. Because holy crap, that game is currently living rent free in my head. But where to draw? We got on to page 15, so new page. As is the plan, we need to get a multitude of pages. Well, this chapter done before the end of the year, or before the end of October. Which is fast approaching. I am wondering if it is possible. Might be tough. It might be a tough or close one. But I think it should be doable, right? Maybe I'm being too optimistic. Maybe I'm too optimistic. No, it might just require a bit more work in my own time just to get that done. We're close, but we're not super close. We got 5 pages left. In theory, we've got 5 pages left. However, I've not completed all the draft, so I actually don't know how many pages we have left. Could be 5, could be a lot more than 5, could be a lot less than 5 too. So we'll figure it out. We'll find out. But we shouldn't dilly dally. Let's just get into it. Let's get drawing. Yes. Just staring at my stream, just like, have I forgotten anything? Maybe. But for now, we'll just keep going as per usual. And we'll see how things go. Linework. Linework. Oop, myself. Just checking general very, very quickly. This is best to dive right in. Get to week. Get no dilly dallying. Straight to work. Full on professionalism. Nothing less. Oh, incoming ad break. Break for y'all, but not for me. I keep working. Gonna keep going. I have been drawing a lot today, so I'm hoping that I'll be suited to drawing. Just good and in the zone. Maybe. It's all practice. I think, yeah, on days where I actually do a lot of the drawing or do a lot of drawing, I do feel more prepared for these streams. I feel more prepared to draw on the like the draft work and stuff. Which is good. Because yeah, some days I'm coming into this and I'm just like, I have not drawn all day. I've not done anything, any drawing today. And I definitely feel underprepared. Because things are just not coming out the way I want them to. At all. That does not look at all right. The sword shouldn't even be there. Like, I'm recognizing these mistakes. Which is good, because I don't want to keep them there. For when I get to the coloring part. And then I'm just like, this shouldn't be here at all. Hey, hello Zombie Slayer, how you doing? There's an ad break about to start in about 38 seconds, so don't do anything cool. Or I won't, I'll try not to do anything cool in that time. How are you? I moved the mic a little too close to my face and it freaked me out. A little bit. We're trying to stay on task today. Because we gotta get some pages done. My king, so how was it to get mollywopped by chat during Hades? It was good. It was nice. Like I enjoyed having such a strong dialogue with my chat that night. It was fun. Like it was all fun and games, right? So I enjoyed it. I wanted to actually stream Hades on Saturday, but decided against it because it's like you should stand true to your ad break. You should stand true to your convictions, you know, and you should take your breaks where you have them. You know, otherwise, what kind of a person would I be if I didn't uphold my values and didn't allow myself breaks when I needed them or when I take them? Mouse dies during Hades chat. Idiot, how could you die during a video game? Yeah, well, stuff like that, yeah. Nah, but it's all funny. It's all in good fun, so I don't care. I don't mind. Because it's all, like, it's not genuine, like, mockery. It's all meant in jest, so it was completely fine. If it had been like, oh, you're an idiot, you're stupid, I would have just turned it to emote only. I'm like, yeah, I'll need to learn some respect. You all need to treat me with a little bit more respect. And then, yeah, no, but because I knew it was a joke, it was fine. Chat made fun of Mouse like how SpongeBob was going loser, loser, loser in that Jellyfish Fields episode. Yeah, just like, oh, hold on. This is a lot of line work. I need to kind of discern what's what. Yeah. But it was all humorous. Humorous and in jest. So I never mind. Oh, okay, cool. My brain is now fusing together what this image actually is. And so now it's actually taking more shape in my head so I can actually make this look like how I meant for it to look. It's one of the problems I have with drafting is that like if I draft something well ahead of when I actually do the line work, then sometimes I don't know what I'm looking at when it comes to doing the line work, which is a bit of a problem. It's not a huge problem, but it is a bit of a problem because it's like, well, now I don't know what I'm actually working on. So with the reward about you sending stickers to people, that was like 50k. Did redeem people points? Hold on, sorry. people points, and then you were like, "Well, I'm taking this reward away and deleting." I think I removed the sticker one a while back just because no one was really using it. Essentially, I took it back before Silent refunded everyone's points. Because I think I remember, because if I'm correct, they happened at the same time. No, so I changed that a while back, and it was just because I was clearing out some of it because like I love the redeem, like I love the chat redeem features, but I did find a lot of them weren't being used, and that's completely fine. It's just that I wanted to optimize and tailor the chat redeems to what people used, and to some of the more complicated uh, redeem features or the redeem rewards and things like that. Okay, my fault. It was a while ago. Got it. It's okay. Like no, it's like it was one of those things. I was just like I noticed it wasn't being used, so I was like, ah, well, that's completely fine. I'll just shift it and put it to something else. Looser. No. What? I haven't done anything. Just drawing today. No, tell you what, I've been thinking a lot about Hades. Um, but yeah, because like I want my I want my chat redeems to be tailored to what people actually enjoy doing. Silent always knowing what to say. Yeah. And so like one of those was just that being aware that I was like, oh yeah, like because people do still like the stickers, and I know that, but it's usually something more that if they want them, they usually get them for themselves, as opposed to waiting for 50k um, channel points and stuff like that. Which all makes sense. It's all a learning process, I think, for me at least, as well, which is a nice thing. Is that? Yeah, there we go. There's also not many people who have watched you for that long. Exactly, yeah. It's very like, it's very specific of a redeem in it. And I see that, draw a Pokemon from memory. Uh, Palkia, okay. I have no idea what that is. Let's find out. Palkia. I get to look at a picture of it for a moment and then put it away. Then put the image away. Palkia. Oh, God. Okay. So I might need you to weigh in on this, Silent. But I see two versions of this creature. One of which is like bipedal, suffer loser. No, hold on. One of them is bipedal. The other is like horse-like or centaur-like. So now, hold on. Why is there? Why are there two different versions of this? Okay, the most consistent one is the bipedal one. Draw a bipedal one. Yep, cool. Two legs is standard. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. Yeah, I can do that. All right. Let's grab the drafting brush, just because it makes my life easier. A lot of the images are side on because I can already tell with this creature if it were front on. Cause yeah, so it's most of its images are side on or 3/4. None of them are front on because I can absolutely tell that if you saw this creature front on, it'd look fucking mental. Um, and now it's time to actually draw him. Yeah, there's no image of him. I'm now like looking at this out of curiosity, but there are no pictures of him front on because you can tell he would look so weird front on. I'm not going to draw him front on because two legs is its origin form. Okay, interesting. Okay, it's a sounds a dangerous game. Oh no, his head is so fucking. No, no. Oh man, how do I? I need. Hold on. I need to get this bit right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Gengar. He's not Gengar. Had to draw in everything of the headwear first because holy shit, this is a phallic looking Pokemon. This is such a phallic looking Pokemon. Oh no. I gotta draw in all the bits and pieces before it's too weird. It's so freaking weird looking. Such a weird looking Pokemon. Oh my god. And they were like okay with this. Nintendo were like, yeah, this is chill. You think this is a phallic Pokemon? Well, like drawing it in the base of its parts, absolutely. 100%. Until you get to like its whole body, yes. Yes, and this it's a hill I'm willing to die on. Is that this Pokemon is pretty phallic looking. Let me draw it. And this is why I was like, you can't really draw it front on, and it's why Nintendo hasn't drawn him front on, is because he is so weird looking. Boy, do I have some future redeems lined up for you now? Yeah, well, I mean, I know that there are plenty of other Pokemon that look super weird, but for those, I'm gonna be using creative license, making them completely different, redesigning them, if you will. Gonna give him some calves. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible like scale difference. He looks so fucking dumb. I love him. This guy looks so fucking dumb. He does have a tail. He looks so freaking stupid. I love him. On like he's a cool Pokemon when he's drawn by professionals, drawn by professional Pokemon designers. However, when I've drawn him, and how he looks like as a basis of his parts, stupid as fuck. I love it. Is that he kind of loses all his like awesome factor when he's drawn by a dingus. I mean, he would though, wouldn't he? He would look fucking terrible when drawn by someone who has no Pokemon drawing skills or knowledge. Trying to draw other things, trying to be good at other drawing. He looks so fucking dumb. I love it. I am now also looking at a reference now just to kind of finish up this sketch because like this is the best I can get with it. This is the best I can do. Yeah, he dumb. He looked dumb. He looked dumb from my guy. And now let me get an actual image of him to put next to it. Palkia. My good Palkia. Copy image. There you go. Yeah, there's no image of him like front on, or very few images of him front on. Now that I'm looking, and you can see why. Cause look at this dude. Look at this freaking dude. He got a little snail head. Not snail head, giraffe head. Well, a bit of a snail head. His head's all like stretching out real far. Let's see the little guy. Let's see the little dude. What's he up to? What's he up to? I mean, I'm never gonna claim that the draw the Pokemon from memory is my best work, because it absolutely isn't. I keep like glancing up and looking at him. He's like, roar! Pokemon. I'm not good at Pokemon. And that's why we do it. I am not good at the drawing of the Pokemons. And that is why we do it. That's why we draw the Pokemons. Um, Actually, it'd be like that, won't it? It's fine. Yeah, it's almost better if I draw them all connected and then I can add darker shadows later. Don't have to do too much, you know? It's a big finger though, in the trigger, like pouch. Figure it out. We will figure it out. No, I gotta do that. Redo all that. But I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Just not a fan of how how the oh shit. Not a fan of how the crossbow is kind of shaped. Just feels a bit clunky, messy. And it's the problem being with perfectionist. Just gotta do it right, otherwise I'm not gonna do it at all. I'm also trying to think of the shape of her arm. Where's that going? That's confusing. All this perspective work for naught. It's too. It's all so complicated. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's pretty okay. As a hand, it's not in the right spot, but it looks fine. How many fingers do we have? 4. Yep. Just had to check my own hand to make sure that I was drawing this correctly. Also, probably not the most ideal angle. Pretty close. Yep, there we go. Definitely more, yeah, roundness to be achieved. There we go. There we go. I just leave it like that. It's fine. There don't need to be stripes on arrows all the time. Even if I like them. Doesn't need to happen. Doesn't need to be a thing. Is it? Oh, 30 minutes. Have some water. I'll do that in a moment. Kind of want to get... Kind of want to get this bandit done first. Get the bandit captain out of the way. That's pretty much spits in the face of anatomy. Let's do that a little bit properly. There you go. Just some baggy pants. These baggy pants are kind of cool. They're coming back in fashion. She's not peed herself, don't worry. That would be weird. I don't need the shadow line though, actually, so I'm going to leave that there. I feel like her back's a little bit thin. And it doesn't help with the shoulder piece. Makes it all feel a little bit too thin, which does feel a bit off. It's a touch better, but we'll keep working on it, chipping away at it, piece by piece, making it a little bit more sound. That works. So a bit more stuff to her. Just so that she's got a little bit more kind of going on with her character. Even if she is a minor character, you know. Just a bandit on the road. Still important to give them a bit of personality. Hmm. That hand is way too fucking big to...
does it look up close? Terrible. Let's fix that. Fixed it. There we go. I think it's usually easy to kind of draw a hand around something that actually exists. So it's going to be easy to draw this hand if there is actually something for it to hold onto. Ugh. There you go. Trying to avoid the Muppety kind of arms. You know, the ones that are just bent in a weird kind of felt like way. Which this hand kind of is, but maybe to a tolerable standard.
Thinking about it.
I think this is okay. Once you actually start adding the details. Then it starts to come together.
Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. I'll have some water. Bandit Captain. He's there. I will need to add some cell shading to the Bandit Captain, but everything's in place, so I feel better about that.
get away with just doing this much. And then... Can I? Yep, cool, I can. Cool, 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 cool. That's not right. That... Pretty close to good. It's pretty close to good. Sort of. See? Close to good. Not close enough, but pretty good. Pretty close. That's okay. That works. That one works. To make them more cylindrical, just darken the edges. A little bit of that sail shade, but in a curve formation, so it actually looks like it curves. We're good. Okay, cool. Then that's too thick of a line. It's fine. We need a wagon. Just at least one visual of a wagon. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy story. There has to be a wagon. That looks terrible. Those lines just don't work. They should be lining up with the actual, like, boards, just like actual boards. It's been a while since I've done the board kind of stuff. There we go, that's fine. That works. Now, do I add the second wheel? I'd like to, but does it matter? Maybe not. It just, if I just full send it, yeah, then I still get it wrong. Where's the wheel? About there. But even that, not right. Not exactly right. That is right. Yeah, it's about there. But, holy shit. Is it annoying to just add wheels to a cart that will not move? To a cart that's wheels aren't on the ground. What am I doing? What am I doing to myself? Going like, hey, what if I just propped up a cart that's clearly been ransacked by these bandits? How does that sound? I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like a really great idea. And then I do it, and I'm like, why'd I do this? This is more complicated stuff. It's just detail for the sake of it. Then I remember who I am. And I'm like, oh, right, that's why. Because I'm a fool. Because I'm a detail obsessed mouse. Can I get this curve right? But since I'm doing it all in cell shading, I could probably cheat it. Just a bit. Just a little bit of cheating. Yeah, I can do that. Cheat it a little bit. Sneak myself a wheel where there otherwise isn't one. Just carve in a fake wheel. Yeah, like that. Yep, cool. We don't need to do much more than that. Keep it real fucking simple. Don't overdo it. Wheel. Just adding a rock back here too. Just for no other reason than to just give the wheel something to be propped up against. I like to explain why things are where they are. If nothing else, it means that if people are looking really hard, then they'll find answers. They don't have to ask dang silly questions. This guy doesn't necessarily have to be quite as detailed because he's in the background. But hey, when have I ever actually stopped to be less detailed? That hood's ridiculous. These are real long fingers. I say as I redraw the fingers again, the same length. Hand still feels that's definitely too big. My hand is fucked. Yeah, if I'm stuck on a body part, I'm just gonna draw a different part of the body and come back to it. Give my brain time to process what I'll need to do. And then that. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be big. It could be a little hand, little man hand, little man hands. Yeah, fantastic. Just need to put a sword in that hand now. Fantastic. And a thumb. Gotta put a thumb on that hand. Because most, like, generally, most hands have a thumb. Sometimes. Sometimes they don't. That's okay too. This guy has a thumb. And a bad attitude. Actually, kind of like the idea that this guy's sword doesn't actually have a crossguard. So I'm actually gonna make it so his sword doesn't have a crossguard because I think that's just cool. Come on, give me back, give me back my bits. Then secondary point of blade, like that. Cleaver. That doesn't feel right. That definitely doesn't feel right. I'm trying to think, where does this blade end up? Because if it's from this angle, it's like that. It's not the greatest looking blade though. From this angle, it looks like heck. It looks a bit short. So we gotta embellish. Gotta embellish, guys. Just pull it off screen. We got more to maybe do. We don't want to go so far as to make it like the Dragon Slayer sword from Berserk. That's not what we want for some bandit. He's a bandit, you know? There's only so much we want to do. We don't want to necessarily give them cool swords, but we want functional blades for them. That's just the wrong angle. It's the only problem. It's just that it's the wrong angle. If I do this, I just lead. I just need a middle line, a foundation line. So that's the way the blade goes. That's the direction of the handle going out. I probably could have done this in the draft. However, doesn't matter, we're here now. We make the alterations as needed. I kinda like that. Then this is where it gets wildly complicated. It's the bottom piece that's just like, yeah, there we go. Even if I've drawn over lines, it's fine. I can make it work. I can figure it out. Yeah, we work from there. And we build. One of my hands is just floating, just sitting in the middle of the space, unable to do anything, just sit and watch as I erase and refill in. Now with a much better kind of sword for this bandit man who's gonna die. Spoilers. But I feel like we knew that was coming, right? I'm actually gonna keep that blade piece there for a moment. As I line up just guidelines for it. I think I'll need them. Yeah, I'll probably need them for the next bits. The fighting bits, which are going to be really complicated, but also I'm really keen to do. Basic head shape or neck shape. then the rest just gets filled in. This hood definitely makes his head seem way too big, so I'm gonna actually bring it down a bit once I've kind of lined everything up. Oh, and prawn. Cat. That may have happened a while ago, but I only noticed it now. Yeah, just cut down on the hood size. He doesn't need a big head. We'll make him too big of a target. It's not it's not practical to have a big head and be a bandit. It's not good. Bring the shadows down just a touch more. Give him just a nice big scar, just because, you want some dangerous looking people, right? He almost looks a little too friendly. Let's de-friendly his eyes. Nope, that ain't it. Any kind of sharp, jagged looking features often make a character look quite sinister, I found. Or is just like psychologically speaking, more effective in making a character look sinister, apparently. So sharp, jagged features are more closely associated with violence and a threatening image. That being said, he just looks like he has triangular eyes. So I'm not about it. I'm gonna make his eyes circular. Psychology be damned. I'm gonna make him tiny. Tiny as hell. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's pretty freaky. I like it. The hood on that side is way too big now. Always making alterations, it seems. Even after all that work to make that sword look right. But at least the angle's correct for it.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. Yeah. Ad coming up. Don't do anything cool. While I do this cell shading. Don't go. Don't go doing anything cool. Not while I'm cell shading. It's just terrible timing. Because the cell shading is the coolest part. Everything else is just me swearing while things don't get done. That's not fun. Cell shading, lots of fun. Can I just black out this entire spot? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, no, never mind. I was like, ah, fucked something up. I haven't. It's fine. But, kinda have. See, if I do that, that's maybe a little too much incomprehensible darkness. Maybe a little too heavy on that incomprehensible darkness there. Mate. How's that? It's fine. Sort of. The angle can sometimes be just a bit off. And I dislike that. Last guy. And the thing is, with this guy, I almost feel like I want to make him bigger. He should just be like a Goliath. Really. Realistically speaking, he should be just giant. He shouldn't. If he's that wide and big, he should probably be just a giant. Or half giant, technically. In D&D lore, that is. And since I've done all the other line work, I can just move this. Like that. Okay. And that I could just make work. Maybe some of those lines were a bit much. Some of them, though, kind of work. Yeah, nice. Giving this guy slight. Oh, that's a bit too close. Giving him slightly more darkness. Just because he's got a bit of the, like, bit of depth in his eyes. Yeah, look at this guy. He's fucking awesome. Look at this fucking dude. It's big, big spooky, spooky dude. Yeah, I like it. I don't need to give him a mustache. Like, I don't to make him scary and unnerving like the other guy. He doesn't need a mustache to be intimidating. Which right now is my go-to for making intimidating characters. Just give him a mustache. Oh, we got an ad break currently running. I might actually use this as an opportunity to grab some water. But I'm happy with that guy. He looks pretty menacing and horrible. And the poster note currently blocks that, but that's okay. No one should be seeing this. There's an ad running. Or ads potentially running. No, that's... yeah. Keep the hood real close to the head. At least for this one. But I like the idea of making him kind of clearly like a Goliath or a half orc, or even just like an orc. Actually, I kind of like that idea. Though I also did want to depict orcs in kind of more peaceful professions, because so often they're made bandits and marauders and things like that. But I like the idea that they're nomadic kind of merchants instead in this world. So they're just a bit more. They're not a warring people. Because I also liked the idea of creating a world that was a bit past the warring. And it's like a culture can't be built on war. So I didn't like that orcs were just, a war people. A people who know war. Or are just war. But I'm figuring that out. It might be Goliath. Goliath's great. Goliath's really cool. I never got to play one, but maybe I will one day. But I just like how freaking strong they are. How freaky they are. Kind of like the idea that they've like strapped a board to him or something. Because he's so big, like he just doesn't have actual armor. Oh, did I just drew that line across Armella's arm. Yeah, I like the idea that they've just strapped a board to him or something. Because he's so big. He doesn't really have like proper armor. I kind of like that. Again, I'm putting so much detail into these throwaway characters. But some might not be throwaway. You never know. I shouldn't have said that. Maybe that feels like a spoiler. Speaking of maybe a spoiler, I've posted something up on Instagram, which might actually be a bit of a spoiler. But I was keen to show it off, so I don't mind.
that's a really small finger. Okay. That finger just does feel a bit small, even though it is the pinky. Also, they're all the same length, which is not ideal. That to me feels worse. That to me feels more incorrect as a finger. Don't get me wrong, it's fine as a finger. However, it does not feel right to me. Yeah, it feels weird. There we go. Also, his fingernails, because, yeah, this makes sense. There you go, yeah, nice. Might dirty up his fingers in the color, like, layer. Give him some nice darker fingertips and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Just now holding an imaginary hammer in my hand. His thumb, yeah, his thumb would be out like that. Oh, that's a fucked up fingernail. Thumbnail. There we go. Then I feel like it needs a bit more space on this side too. Just oh hey, how you doing, Rathosaurus? It's lovely to meet you. I'm going well. I'm pretty tired, but I'm doing good. Surviving. How are you? Oh, ow. Just taking a moment to stretch as well. Ow, ow, ow. You know you've gone too long without a stretch when things start like clicking and stuff. Not not exactly ideal. Isn't it pretty late for me? It's about 7. Yeah, it's pretty late. Give or take, you know? Going good, bit tired and warm. Nice. Is it good warm or bad warm? Because, like, for me, currently, just at the end, well, just at the start of spring, warm is good. But is it a good warm or a bad warm for you? Bad warm. Oh no, it's so humid. So I'm melting over here. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. That's not ideal, yeah. Uh, just so that I know, what part of the world are you from? What part of the world are you hailing from? Sweden. Ah, okay. That makes sense then. That makes a lot of sense. I definitely thought, yeah, definitely Northern Hemisphere, but what part? That only halves the world. Halves the potential world. Well, hoping that you get the cool, cold autumn soon. I am. I'll tell you what. I'm definitely not looking forward to summer here. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be way too hot. So I am looking to get as many cold days as possible in before then. Hey Mouse, do you know sayings like we're all made of stardust? I present you the idea of star made of flesh. Oh great, that's a grim mental image. Don't think you'd survive Aussie summers. They're pretty tough. As an Aussie, I can barely survive Aussie summers. They're pretty awful. So I don't blame you. Yeah, if you were planning on ever visiting Australia, I would never. I like recommend not visiting during summer because it is just so abysmally hot. Unless you're going to like a beach area, then you're fine. Enjoy the nightmares. No, I don't want to. I'm gonna just purge the memory from my head. Then I don't have to deal with them. How do you hold a hammer? You hold a hammer in the other hand, in a way in which we don't see his fingers. So we're good. Yippee. I don't have to actually draw all of them yet. I will have to draw him at some point, like the rest of him at some point. But I do have to draw his, like, this bit. It also takes the word fleshlight to a whole other level. Yeah. Yeah, a really grim mental kind of image to all of that, honestly. I'm glad you brought it up because now it's going to be a thought that I'll have. Maybe not always, but it's a thought that I have had and I hate it. I would say that if you ever want to visit the side of the world, then go during summer here, or else it would be too cold, at least in northern Sweden. That's very fair. Yeah, I would definitely suffer in a northern hemisphere winter. That's for sure. I've seen the cold. I'd love to actually see like proper snow, but I'm also fearful of the cold, all the levels of cold potential that there are. Anyway, you're going to bed, have a good sleep, Silent. Rest up. I'll see you when I see you next. I think the coldest we've had up there is minus 52 Celsius. That is horrifying. Yeah, that's way too cold. No. No, make it stop. None of that. No, that's yeah, that's wild. That's wildly cold. I'm gonna give him a little bag. He deserves it. This guy deserves a little bag, a little baggie. For being such a good bandit to draw. Where I live, we only get between minus 15 to minus 20. Okay, well, that's definitely more tolerable, but still crazy cold. It's not frostpunk cold, but it's definitely freezing. That's for sure. Giving the guy a little bag of supplies. This guy's probably like these bandits like Mule. He carries all the stuff. you also live on the coast. We get cold winds from the sea. Ooh, yeah, no, that doesn't make it any easier, does it? I live pretty close to the coast, so I get the cold winds in winter. And yeah, it's, let me tell you, not fun. Not fun at all. You have that cold breeze come in, and you feel that chill down your spine, and then you're like, oh god, and then you can smell the sea air, and you're like, ah, I know where it came from. The Arctic or the Antarctic waters. Ah, yes, the nice cool cold. Probably needs a bigger bag too. He needs a big satchel. You love it, but you're a winter person inside and out. That's nice. Yeah, I'm definitely a winter person, but I'm definitely an Australian winter person. I don't really have much to compare it to though, to be fair. So I haven't been to other countries in their winters. So I've only got Australia to compare it to currently. I'm going to Japan in November, so I'll have like a Japanese autumn to compare my autumn to. But other than that, never been anywhere in winter. Not yet. Gonna give this guy a bush too, so I don't have to draw too much of him. At least not in this frame, because I feel like this frame doesn't lend to just having massive characters or characters who are currently out of frame. And I don't want to deal with it either. I don't have to draw all of them right now. You'd love to visit Australia at some point, but big spooters, that's okay. I mean, I don't want to say there's nothing to worry about with spiders, honestly. Because the spiders, like, I am very used to them, so I feel like I would be biased in saying, oh, you got nothing to worry about. Like, I have lived here for many, many years, so I just don't notice them anymore. There are a lot of spiders. They're pretty much everywhere. And there are certain spiders that you just live with, and spiders that you avoid as much as possible. Um, so yeah, you gotta yeah. If you got, are you like big afraid of spiders? If so, then yeah, you wanna get over that before you think about visiting. Cause yeah, we got a lot. And I would never say, "Oh, it's fine. You know, you'll be okay." Like, because you probably will when you eventually come and visit. However, it's also like if you are like catatonically afraid of spiders, then it's best to just be upfront with you. You know. Also, thank you so much for the follow, Rathosaurus. Very very sweet of you. Welcome to the soup. My community, we bond over cooking and comics and many other big nerdy things. But because I used to be a cook, I talk about cooking a lot. And the one thing we all kind of came together on was soup. Can just call you Rathy. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely to meet you, Rathy, and it's lovely to have you here with us. You have severe arachnophobia. Okay, yeah, that's fair. So yeah, then it's better for me to just warn you straight up. It's there's a lot. I mean, I actually don't have any spiders in my home currently, which is a win. Blame Orpa. No, oh well, Orpa's good for getting people to come in. We're all pretty weird. So now that you're one of us, like I can only warn you so much. You know, you're one of us now, so you're just gonna have to get used to us. We'll get used to you. You know, that's the way things work. It's a little bit of back and forth. Also, make sure to hydrate because that uh, is a thing. You can hydrate with milk. You can hydrate with water. Hydrate with whatever you want, as long as it's not sand or something dehydrating. Often have to hydrate because all this talking kind of wears my uh, voice out a little bit. And it's just because I'm not as used to it. Not a good talker. I used to have severe anxiety, so I mean I still kind of do have severe anxiety, but it's better now. But I'm not used to talking so much, So that's why my voice just gets super croaky sometimes because I am not a big talker usually, but I love talking. I mean, I'm working on your phobia. Currently, work in a greenhouse. Ooh. Okay, so the potential for spiders is pretty big, but also that's a lovely spot. Kind of calm, kind of paranoid because there could be spiders anywhere. Maybe. Oh well, actually, I don't know the population of spiders in greenhouses in Sweden, but you know, I should. I also want to continue on your own art thingy. Fair enough. Fair enough. You enjoy that. And thank you. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Trying my best, you know. It helps that I practiced a lot today. I've been doing a lot of drawing today. And so I do feel more positive about the drawing. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do, so I always I get caught up in the details a lot, and I will continue to do so as well. So I'm unapologetic of that. Honestly, you love your job. We have a bunch of spiders, but they're small and fast and scary. That's fair. That's fair. You know what? That's, yeah, very fair. You kind of overcome the fear because of the love of the job. Yeah, and as long as they're just little as well, it's kind of like a disassociation from it for a bit, right? Honestly, same. Yeah, it's very easy to get caught up in that detail. The detail oriented illustration is fun, but then if you have a deadline like I do, it is worrisome. I got about a month, little bit more than a month to get this chapter finished. Otherwise, um, nothing bad happens. It just means that the comic like chapter doesn't come out for a while. Because I'll still get it done this year. It just will be delayed a little bit. Lately, I've had more issues with ants. Not scared of them, they're just nasty, especially when you find a nest and they're all over the place. I bet, yeah, and they're like really hard to get out of places like that, especially if they know that there's food there, then it's almost impossible to just get rid of them. It's a big man. That's a fucking huge man. Because if Armella's like 6 foot, she's about 6'1", this guy's got to be about 7 foot. I got it. He's big. That's a big freaking dude. Oh my, I would be an ant compared to them yet. So, oh no, you're more on the shorter side. I need to bring this guy down in height because he is too big. He's way too big. I think I might just shrink him down a little bit because yeah, otherwise he's freaking massive. Because also our protagonist is 3 foot tall. He's currently not in frame. Well, he's not currently in the area at the moment. But he's 3 foot tall. How is he supposed to compare to people that size? And like, sure, he's gonna be meeting giants at some point, but like, the giants shouldn't be in the first chapter. They should be maybe a little bit shorter. Yeah. 5'2". Ah, okay, yes. So yeah, a little bit on the shorter side, which is fair enough. We all gotta have our uh, uniquenesses. Uniquenesses. I'm 3 inches tall. I'm a mouse, so I can respect it. You're taller than me. It does mean I'll have to draw more of him, but that's okay. I've enjoyed drawing him. Thank you for making me feel better. All good, you know. Yeah, I'm a mouse. I'm a mouse. I'm tiny. A very small dino, though. That's sweet. No, you gotta take pride in that. Height is unimportant in the long run. It's just a thing, you know? It means you don't have to bend down too much for stuff that's on the ground or low down, which I think is beneficial. And it's what we have like stools and stuff for. If you need something up high, that could be reached. There's no way to make something low to the ground easily accessible for tall people. So I think short people have it pretty good. Let's give him his let's give him the top of his cranium back. Oh, I just climb. Nice. That's good too, because then it goes into like a skill. You become an avid climber, scale peaks, as us small people do, as us short people do. The head pats though, everyone gives you head pats. Did you go? Oh no, did you hate the head pats? I'm sorry to hear that. It is like just an impulse, with people where if someone is shorter than them, just the impulse to just pat their head, and it comes from a place of love, surely, and appreciation. But yeah, that mustn't feel ideal. Again, as a 3-inch tall mouse, head pats could kill me, just crush me. People gotta be real careful with the mouse. And then they laugh and call me cute, which is even worse. What can you do? It's the curse. It's the curse you gotta bear being on the shorter side. People are gonna think you're cute. It's just how it is. It's just how life is. It's evolutionarily designed. No, I'd protect. Nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, because like a lot of people in my community would just, I mean, love to talk about just assaulting me, because I just bring that energy. I'm a character who they'd like to beat up. You know. By the way, what program am I using? I am currently using Clip Studio Paint. Uh, it's really good. I found that with my multiple monitors set up, it does sometimes have a bit of an issue with like straight lines. That one is not a good example because it actually was great. But with some straight lines, it squiggles. It squiggles out a bit. But I really like it, and it's so easy to program stuff to be more suited to your needs. So I really like it. I also use Procreate for certain other pieces that I work on because I also have a tablet that I use when I go out and draw. I like both. I kind of like Procreate just a little bit better, but I also love the accessibility of Clip Studio Paint, especially on PC. So I'm really not fussy when it comes to software. Though I did switch software halfway through the first chapter to switch to Clip Studio Paint, but that's because I was using Photoshop and I didn't like the idea of using a program that wasn't actually designed for illustration for a whole comic series. Oh, you'll bite their kneecaps. I appreciate that. I appreciate that I got someone who's here to protect me. I need that. Is too long has it been the bully grey mouse show. I'm using Krita at the moment, but you want to try something else? Okay. I've actually not heard of Krita. How's that? How are you enjoying using it? What do you think of it? I don't necessarily plan on moving programs, but I would love to know about it because I also use stuff like Adobe Illustrator and things like that. So I have been looking at being multi-program competent. Because yeah, I do different kind of art forms depending on certain like projects. Like I recently just finished a series of tarot decks, which I just did on Illustrator, and they turned out really, really great. I like it a lot, actually, considering it's a free program. Oh, wow, yeah, I feel like you can do a lot of things. Defo prefer Krita over Photoshop when it comes to art. Yeah, definitely. And with all the stuff that's going on with Adobe and their AI kind of system right now, I feel like it is a great choice to kind of be moving away from Adobe at the very least, but then also yeah, keeping an eye on those bigger brands because like a lot of them are shifting to taking people's art for AI purposes, which is really evil and dishonest and I really dislike. But so far Clip Studio Paint's not one of those, and then also I know Procreate, the CEO and director of Procreate, has said that they are staunchly avoiding the use of AI, and AI will never touch Procreate. So I strongly trust Procreate. If you do have a tablet or an iOS device, I think Procreate is really good for its money, like good for its cost, if you're looking to change. But if Krita is working for you, then I highly recommend sticking with it for as long as you can and as long as you want to, because it is great when art doesn't have a paywall, and it's really really good when you don't have to essentially fund something you are talented at, you know. So yeah, if this Krita uh, Krita platform works for you, then that's wonderful. I might have a look into it as well, because like I've flat feed Clip Studio Paint, so I'm not paying a subscription for it. The subscription based version is more up to date, but I don't need up to date art like software. I just need software. Um, but yeah, and then also Procreate is a single purchase, and that's it. But I like that more because I don't like the idea of paying a subscription for my art. I find that really weird. Should be a single fee, and that's it. If a fee at all. Because I used to do just traditional art a lot of the time, but I moved to digital art because I wanted to make the comic, and making a comic in traditional art and then moving it to digital was just too much work. Yeah, it feels off. Yeah, I'm glad we see eye to eye on that because yeah, it's just a weird thing to me that I'd have to pay a subscription to use a program that essentially just allows me to draw my own art, but I pay for it. I pay for the ability to draw, and that's weird. That's weird. I think he's good. I think he's okay. I'm gonna walk away from him. I'm gonna walk away from him because I think we got a little bit of time left. So I might try and get onto the next set of line work. So we're only doing line work today, just so that basically not next time we stream, but probably the time after it, we just get into the coloring, and then it's all very straightforward. This is a system that I have only learned recently, but it has made this process so much easier. Is that you do it page by page as opposed to panel by panel. And so you do it all as one, and then it makes it easy to kind of keep focused on the whole page as opposed to pieces of it, which I definitely did suffer with because basically if I was going panel by panel, then I was getting just too deeply engrossed in the minutia and the minute details, and that was not a good thing. Because then my very first panel took me 4 months. So chapter one, page one, panel one. It took me 4 months to do the first panel,
which is abysmally slow. So I'm really glad I have this process because otherwise I don't need pages to take that long, let alone panels. That's insane. I still think about it to this day. And like that, and like now, because my art style has grown and changed so much because I draw like at least 3 or 4 times a week. Um, Now that my art style had to improve, but I've improved so much that I'm just like, oh my god, that took me 4 months. So like unimpressed by it. So impressed that you can do this. I would get so stuck in the details that nothing would be finished. It's I'm not gonna lie to you, it's tough. It's so bloody tough. I'll show you a previous page because I need to go back and look anyway. But so it's so hard to just break out of that process because it becomes, as an artist, you kind of just focus on the bits and pieces of it constantly. And if you're if you're traditionally used to art, you're just drawing one picture, and that's the goal for the artwork. The project is one picture. Going from that to a comic layout where you're drawing, I mean, on this page alone is one, two, three, four, five images. Your brain kind of falls into focusing on being like just one panel. One panel is the whole project, and then you become kind of fixated by that, and then that you forget that there are other panels left to do, that you need to be doing a page, and like that took forever to kind of get out of my head. I had to really get that out of my head. Otherwise, like I said, 4 months on a single panel. But it was my very first panel, and I was learning, getting used to the idea of streaming, and then also just doing a comic. And there's the example. So like some of these, like you can see there, just a bit of a wiggle on it. And I'm not a huge fan of that, but I can also just deal with it. I don't mind it. Like I don't hate it, but it's also a bit weird. I mean, not only the process of actually drawing the pages, but also figuring out what's going to happen. I'm not patient enough for that. I can definitely respect that. I respect that so much. Because prior to starting on the illustration, I was writing it for a year. I was writing the comic for about a year prior to even drawing on it. And it was almost like a rule of like treating myself that eventually like the reward would be worth it because once I finish writing, hey, guess what? You get to draw it, you know. It also like cuz it really helped with the procrastination because I was procrastinating on starting the comic for ages. And so I didn't have to stream the writing process or anything like that. So I was like, there we go. Just write it. And then once you're ready to actually start on it, you can just start. And so I haven't finished the first volume, but that's because I felt like it was time to start. And so as a result, I have a lot of writing done because I wasn't ready for a while. Show you the way. I can try. I mean, like, I'm working on trying to set up, like, tutorial stuff, but, like, I'm always happy to chat about this kind of thing. If it provides any kind of comfort to artists or people who suffer from procrastination or over detailed like hyper focus, I'm definitely good to talk about hyper focus because really uh I'm really guilty of that. I hyper focus constantly. I forget to eat, I forget to sleep. Sometimes if I can't sleep, I just will get up and work on an illustration. I've had bad insomnia for a very long time, so as a result, I've been very productive in my lifetime. But like, yeah, I'm always like happy to talk stuff like that. I feel like that's maybe a bit strong. Maybe that's a bit aggressive of a strike. But yeah, it's also just a learning thing because like I've been doing this for a year now,
Have I? No, I've been doing this for more than a year. More than a year. No, I have. I've been doing it for just over a year, I think, give or take. I had a stream anniversary, so I feel like it's 2 years. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, but yeah, it definitely like starting definitely helped, and knowing that I wasn't really ready as well, especially with this comic. I knew I wasn't ready to start it, but it was better than not starting it at all. And so I chose instead to start it and be bad and get better. And then yeah, that needs to be smaller. It looks like it looks like someone's blown a hole in his chest, killed him. Like there's no way that guy survives whatever attack he's suffering. Been drawing traditionally for years, and mostly portraits. Nice, nice, nice. But the last year I've gotten more into interested in digital art. That's awesome. Well, yeah, that's super super cool. I might just say, just now looking, if you're ever interested in showing anything off or sharing any work, which you don't have to, of course. I never want to push people to show off art, but basically we do have a Discord, and we have spaces there for showing off art if you ever feel inclined. Totally okay if not, always okay if not. But it's also, yeah, because I also, if you ever want advice or just to chat about art, I'm always kind of around to do stuff like that, and I'm always keen to see people's work. And you'd be surprised, like a lot of people's artwork actually really helps my work, just so that I like giving myself kind of that grounding understanding of other people's art always really helps as well. But yeah, yeah, and that Discord is called the Soup, which shouldn't be a surprise. This is slightly better. He doesn't look like he's getting a hole punched through him this time. So it's slightly less lethal of a strike, which I'm happy with. Yeah. Also, if you get the soup, Defo's stuck in the soup now. Yay! I'm glad. I love to hear that. Also, like as a bit of an explanation, one of the things that I do is that if you're interested in fantasy or yeah, fantasy writing or fantasy design, like character design and stuff like that, I do have a little space for people who want to include any of their characters designs and in the comic. And so if you ever have a character that you'd actually really like to see in the comic as like a background character, or a character in the world like that, then we've got a little space for that, and it's just a nice little spot for as like a thank you for people who have joined the community and kind of make the art streaming process so much better and easier. But I found a lot of people do like the idea and opportunity of getting to kind of join the comic world. That looks very interesting. How do I want this to look? I might need to do some work on that. Fun fact, I'm actually a cosplayer and I have a bunch of OCs. Ooh, lovely. That's so cool. Don't necessarily have anything particularly tailored to cosplayers, but that is a form of art, so it is very, very welcome in my community. I do love cosplay. I'd love to do it at some point, but I'm always too busy. I feel like is the problem for me. I actually think this is the way. Yeah, that actually looks way better. That's all it took. No, that's super cool. Let's move on. We're gonna get too distracted, too caught up in the details, and we got like 5 minutes left before I got to raid out. Let's get as much done as we can. Got a deadline, and we're getting very quickly close to it. I do face paint from time to time. I love the way of expressing myself. That's cool. That's lovely. And such a nice kind of not like such a nice unique kind of way of expressing art and stuff. That's so cool. Let me come on. Let me. There we go. Let me get that line work right. There you go. What kind of things have you cosplayed? Characters have you cosplayed, or do you mostly like cosplay your own OCs and things like that? 'Cause I'm very curious about cosplay. I'd love to do it myself. If I ever get the time, I'm gonna do a cosplay. Next convention that I'm actually going to, I'll do a cosplay. Not this year, but next year. Once turned yourself into Navi from Avatar. Took 6 hours. Wow, that is dedication. Holy crap, that's so impressive. Like just to be able to sit for that long is wild. Mostly OCs, but I'm planning on making a cosplay of Loba from Apex Legends. Ooh, that's cool. Give me a moment. I've never played Apex Legends. Let me just take a look. Loba. Oh wait, I think I know Loba. It took me saying the name a second time to realize. Yep, that's super cool. Once I knew, I was like, oh yeah, nice. That would be a very cool cosplay to do. Come on, no, come on, ear. Come on, ear. Come on, ear. There we go. Have to make sure to thank Orpa for bringing you here. Orpa's very good at the recommendations. Orpa always seems to bring cool people around here. Also want to do Morrigan from Ooh, that would be really cool. Just need to find the courage to do it. That's fair enough. Morrigan is a very interesting kind of character design, so I can definitely respect that. My next cosplay is Stuart Little. We talk so much shit about Stuart Little in this chat, so I thought that would just be a funny like just yeah, I'm just gonna cosplay Stuart Little. I have to make my fur uh, slightly whiter, but I could do it. That'd be easy. Just need a red cardigan. I just do it. I can't actually do it. I mean, that'd be like a fairly straightforward cosplay for me, right? That makes sense. I just need a car as well. That would like really complete the look. A car, red Cadillac. Cadillac? I think it's Cadillac. Yeah, yeah. And just cosplay famous rats and mice. I mean that's very doable, honestly. Remy from Ratatouille. We talk about Remy a lot. Splinter. Actually, that's a good cosplay. Probably need to go a little bit more detailed on this face. Uh, yeah, I was just gonna say Remy. Could just wear a big chef's hat. And that'd be kind of cool. Just be blue and in a chef's hat. I have to choose like a convention that was like nice and cool, like in winter, because that'd be a pretty hot cosplay. And by hot, I mean warm, not sexy, because it's just a rat in a hat. Nothing sexy about that. squiggly little eyebrow, but it will do. It will work for me. We're gonna finish this panel's line work and then we'll probably raid out tonight. I think that makes the most sense. It'll take a little while, but it's good to just be aware of it. Cause I gotta go to sleep and go to the gym tomorrow. Is that... Oh no, that works. I'm always worried about making characters look cross-eyed. That's always like huge pain in the ass for me because I zoom in way too much when it comes to a face. I'll just be too zoomed in, and then I don't even realize that I'm drawing the eyes in two completely different directions. It's not good, but it is who I am. So it cannot be helped. I need to unlearn some habits, I think. Before they get ingrained. I used to like be too far zoomed out as well. That was another big problem for me, was that I was too zoomed out a lot of the time. And then I wouldn't notice the tiny, tiny little details. So I'm working on finding a middle ground between being way too close and being way too far away. I used to draw like from here. I didn't actually. That'd be insane. But like, yeah, I used to draw from like here, and that's way too far away. And then I was drawing like from here, and just need to find a middle ground at some point. It's a learning curve, yeah, definitely, and we're always learning. As artists, we're always kind of learning, which is good. Um, but it's like as you grow and get better, you just like you recognize things that you're doing wrong, and that can always be just a little bit like the learning process also comes with being kind of kind to yourself as well, being aware that you're not gonna learn one new thing and then solve all the problems in one day. So with each new thing, you're gonna gain new problems and new ways to solve old problems and things like that. So one thing that I recently started learning was the cell shading. So now I'm using a lot more black in my panels and stuff and in my art. And that has helped with adding a lot more depth. But then also as a result, it does mean I have less space for detail. And so that kind of solves a problem in me making too much detail, but then also creates a problem in that now I just have an itch to add detail where I don't have space for it. And so it's almost forcing me to get over myself and the fact that I can't add detail to everything. I need to figure out if she's saying anything, if Armella is saying anything in this panel. Because if she's not, I can just... No, she is saying something, isn't she? I ask you guys as if any of us know. I can't remember. I can't remember what I wrote in this panel. I don't remember shit. almost, 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 almost better. Not exactly right, but I can live with it. Oh shit. Yeah, sometimes less is more. Yeah. I accidentally filled in too much, and now it's just a head. Whoops. Whoops. I always forget the fill tool is great, but it needs to also be. I need to make sure that there's like an end to everything. Otherwise, we just fill in everything. another like issue with the cell shading is that. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's just fill it all in. Boom. I've just filled in the entire space. The oh, and now it's all too dark and gritty. Make my make my fantasy comic about stealing beans and treasure from giants into a gritty noir. Just all accident. You do that all the time. Sweet. I'm so glad. So glad that I've got people who understand my pain. The pain of just a simple mistake that becomes bigger than it needs to be. Oh, that was rough. That was a rough curve that I'm actually also just going to cover over as well. Another benefit of the cell shading, I can kind of be messier. Like you're expecting one area to be filled in, and then the next second you stare at a black page. Yeah, definitely. And then if you got like stuff like that, where it's like that is unfilled, then it's just like, oh, cool, yeah. Well, I mean, because I drew a circle there, it would usually just fill into everywhere. If it's just like a triangle that the ends just aren't, are just not connected, then it goes everywhere. That I hate. I mean, it's my fault, my own fault, but like, still, do they have to do that to me? Do they have to do that to me? Almost, 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 almost. There we go. Better. Just keep going until I get it right. That's just determination. Almost, 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 almost. There we go. Just I used to just say nope. I used to go nope, nope, nope. There we go. Until I got the line right. Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm a petulant child with that stuff. Must be correct. Otherwise, I'm not gonna stop being difficult with my line work. Hey, Silent, what are you doing up? You're supposed to be asleep. That comment I get most, why are you drawing a line and then deleting it? Just draw a line. Yeah. just just keep going. Just keep trying. Control Z. Redraw. Cat woke you up and started pouring at your phone. What did you answer now? Actually no, forever hold your peace. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything that would lure a cat to wake up its owner. I'm not I that's not my target demographic. Silent. Who are you talking to? My name is Grey Mouse. I don't I don't make content for cats. I mean maybe I do, but not in the way I intend to because I'm a mouse. It's like watching the rotisserie chickens in the window, you know? You were talking shit, weren't you? Maybe. I am known to do that. It is something I am known for. But was I this time? I don't know. I don't know, mate. We all are. Ah, nice. There you go. Yeah. We're all in this together. We all did. Even you, Silent, while you were sleeping. You're talking in your sleep, mate. That's it. I'm parachuting into your backyard. No, I don't have a backyard. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna have some trouble there, mate. I don't own a backyard. So you got the wrong location. My back garden. No, my garden. I don't have one. I'll make you one. Oh, thank you. I would appreciate that actually. It's been too long since I've had a backyard. So I actually would appreciate one. I've not had anywhere to sit and drink drink Coronas in my banana lounge. Just have to sit in my main room and have Coronas. Oh, we got an ad. Nobody do anything fun. Nobody do anything cool. You want one too? Rathy wants a backyard as well. If you're up, if you since you're up and making backyards, Rathy would like a backyard as well. While you're at it, mate. While you're down the shops. But while this ad's running, I'll just quickly make some adjustments. Some quick little adjustments. I feel like I could probably bring those arms closer together. I don't know. No, that's rude. To be fair, he wasn't really offering, was he? Silent wasn't really offering to make me a garden. He was like threatening. He was threatening to make me one. So I kind of get it. You just got to get on Silent's bad side, and then he'll make you a backyard. Oh, look at that! There's a backyard behind my house. Oh no! Too bad. I already have one. Oh, got him. Got him good. Yeah. I like you, Rathy. You can stick around. You can stick around. I like it. Finally got a counter. Draw a burger as big as my head. It's also sad the redeem is still available. Tisk tisk. Alright, alright. Let me just finish this and we'll finish the stream with a burger as big as my head. That doesn't make sense, does it? Not going anywhere. Yeah. I also made the stupid mistake of having my pen upside down and was like, why can't I draw a line? Yeah, I've done that plenty of times. Yeah, don't even worry about it. I've done that so often. Okay, cool. And then do need to draw a mouth on Armella. Draw your burger. Burger as big as my head. Well, I do have a pretty big head. Not if I can help. Get ready for a hobo alley instead. Oh no. No. So I was gonna make you a hobo alley. That actually looked pretty good. Lip wise. There we go. Teeth. Tongue. Bottom teeth. And then just fill everything in as well. Just the darkness. Oh, teeth. Teeth! Armella's poor top teeth. There we go. Let me just draw the glasses. We're almost done. We're almost done, and then I'll draw your boiga. Don't worry, Silent. I'll draw your boiga. Just gotta draw some glasses.
There we go. Okay, cool. Let's draw a burger. Stop ringing the bell. I'm drawing a burger. Stop. 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 And draw a burger. That's a hot dog. That's a hot dog. Silent. That's not a burger. I wish you could. Okay. Alright, burger as big as my head. Alright. Let's draw it. There's butts. There's butts all over my screen. It's making it really hard to draw this burger. Put some, not poppy seeds. These are seeds. You know, it's two buns. Oh yeah, nice. I see what you did there. Very good. The tomato. Get some tomatoes in your burger. There we go. There's a bum on me screen. Get your American cheese. Get your patty. There we go. Get some just lettuce underneath it, just so that it can catch all the sauces, all those delicious sauces. Shade it just a little bit, just so that we know the depth of the burger, because it's a pretty big burger. It's a real big burger. It's a burger as big as my head. As we've established, I got a pretty big head. There we go. And then give it a shadow, because it's forming a shadow. It would do, wouldn't it? But I thought you were small. Hey, well, there's the maybe. Hold on. That is the joke, because there we go. Burger as big as my head. There we go. There you go. It's a burger as big as my head. Never seen a Funko Pop, have you? There we go. It's me. It's me. Your ears are part of my head. Oh, true. True. Um, there we go. Problem solved. I have two sitting right next to me. Ooh, nice. What Funko Pops do you have? I got the only Funko Pops I currently have standing are my red, my Soul of Cinder Knight from Dark Souls, and one of the Junji Ito characters. Why are you ringing that bell? I made you burger. I made you burger. Joker and Buzz Lightyear. Ooh, nice. I'm lying down to show you that it's burger sized. It's my hoodie on the ground. It's my Crocs either side of me. Then I have a small bell from Beauty and the Beast 2. Oh, that's lovely. My order's ready, of course. I gotta ring the bell. Oh, right. Beep, 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 beep. There you go. Order up. Got my chef's hat because I made the burger. There's a smaller rat inside my hat. She's with my Beauty and Beast collection. Oh, nice. That's very lovely. Got a little rat inside my hat. There you go. Order up. Order up. It's the smallest drawing I've done on this page. It's tiny. There we go. But with that said and done, we should probably raid out. Who's live tonight? I wonder. Remy, stop controlling mouse and beat up Stuart Little. That's true. He's got to get involved in the Rattlefield at some point.
got to go fight in the Rattlefield at some point. I got to set that up. I think you should draw what kind of dino you think I am. I can do that. Before we end the stream, I'm gonna do a little sketch for you. What kind of dino do I think you are? Rathisaurus. Now, what's the Rathy short for? Out of curiosity. Stop ringing that bell. You've got your burger. Be happy. Be happy, Silent. Go to bed. Be happy. Pointing at you. It's short for Amaranth, which is my elven character in D&D. Ah, okay, that gives me nothing. In that case, I think I'm gonna wing it then. You can already see what I'm doing. I feel like you can already tell what I'm doing. Definitely made the defensive frill really big. Sorry, inner child demands I spam it. That's pretty cute. That's why you don't give a kid a kazoo. That's a really good point. Because, yeah, they'll just be compelled to have it, to use it. I mean, I would. That's why I wasn't allowed a kazoo as a kid. So I was a dingus. Couldn't be trusted with a kazoo. Yeah, let's bring the frill down a touch. Too big of a kazoo. Too big of a frill. That's a cute dino, but I'm not a cute dino. Oh yeah, hold on. Don't worry. I got a counter to it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I got it. Don't you worry. I got this. All sorted. How does its arm work? How does its physiology work? I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out. Yeah. Hold on, I got it. Really good at drawing switchblades. There you go. There you go. Terrifying. Very dangerous. Oh, and also, there you go. There you go. It's adorable. There you go. This is. Give you spots, because dinosaurs had spots. Surely. And feathers, but I don't know. I'm a dinosaur purist. I believe they didn't have feathers. Actually, a velociraptor. Oh, that makes sense. One of these boys. That tracks. One of them. I thought you would be a chompy. Wait, I definitely velociraptor. Forgot my dinosaurs. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's not a. What I've just drawn isn't a velociraptor. That's not a velociraptor. This guy's a velociraptor. Hold on. Not enough space. Just back to kindergarten with you. No! I've got 2 degrees. One of them's in science. But it's not dinosaur science, so. Gonna go cry now. No. Like Blue. I was never a dinosaur kid. I was a cowboy kid growing up, so I do not know dinosaurs, let me tell you. Back to kindergarten, very mandatory. Hey, mandatory nap time. That is true. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind that at all. But with that all said and done, we've drawn plenty of good dinosaurs we should actually probably rate out. For reals this time. There you go. Very cute. Oh wait, no, not cute. Very dangerous. Dangerous. Mouse didn't even unlock cowboy dinosaurs. You're right. Hold on. Damn it. Let me just. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Get off my hat. Cowboy. That's a trilby. It's fine. It's fine. Sheriff, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. Sheriff Triceratops, what you doing with that switchblade? That would be epic. 2 out of 10 kid, he sucked. What? What? How dare you? I was a cowboy and insect kid. I was the coolest. I didn't eat dirt, that's for sure. Silent, you dirt eater, you worm nibbler. Maybe. Maybe you were a dirt nibbler, I don't know. One of them kids. You're into bugs, you ate dirt. No, I didn't eat dirt. I wouldn't eat dirt, that's where bugs live. If I ate dirt, then I might accidentally eat a bug. That's not what I want. Been around horses riding and competing ever since you were 5? Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, horse kid. A horse rathy. Or dinosaur and horses. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool kid, I think. Who's live? Ooh, Sunkoi. I feel like we can jump into a cosplayer's stream, I think. Sculpting and patterning insects. Excellent. Just what's not to love about that? Also, it's Dine Horse, Horse Saw. Yeah, that makes sense. That works. Horse Saw? Yeah. What's terrible scientist doesn't even understand the scientific method. You gotta know how bugs taste. No, gotta taste test them. Yeah. Um. No, I didn't eat bugs. I didn't eat bugs even as a kid. I knew they were gross to eat, but I did keep them in like little jars and stuff to look at. I used to keep grasshoppers and stuff, and butterflies. I used to keep caterpillars and raise them to be butterflies. I think I had a neighbor who had a bunch of caterpillars, raised them to be butterflies, and then she released them and they were immediately caught by birds, which is pretty rough. Oh, hydrate break. Well, we're going to use this hydrate break as an opportunity to jump across into Sun Koi Cosplay's stream. And I was the kid that didn't do anything. I just existed. You were just in like a little box, and your parents kind of took you out every now and then. That's fair enough. This is a kid life, you know, happens. I've only had cats, dogs, horses, frogs, and a turtle. That's pretty cool. I used to have. Oh, I've brought my hydrate bottle with me. I used to have like, used to have chickens and lizards and stuff, which was cool. That was fun. Some are just cool enough like that. Exactly. Exactly. Now, before I forget, let's actually do this raid. Because I gotta go and sleep. And then from sleep, I go to the gym. I was neglected. The personality developed too late. That's fair enough. You got that personality shot into you with that lightning, right? When you got struck by lightning. Anywho, let's start this raid. I'll be back again tomorrow for some more drawing. So if y'all are around, I will be around too. Lovely, very lovely to meet you, Rathy. Welcome to the community. I hope you enjoy this
ragtag gang of lunatics, but triple dosage of personality. Exactly. But until next time, I'll see you all real soon. We'll be working on the comic again on Monday, but we will be playing Hades on Thursday, which I'm very keen for. I've been thinking about it for days. Until next time, though, go be the rainbow in somebody else's day. Until then.